Hey, what's up, everyone? Ryan Arnold, aka Demon Master Reviews here. And before I get into the video in question, I figured Happy New Year. And obviously, I also want to make a quick thank you to Wyatt's Metal Life for the shout out. Yeah, let's get into this. Obviously, what you're going to expect from me and for quite a bit. More content. It's going to be more content. And this is one of those that I'm going to be doing for more content. It is one of at least 3 review series. This one is targeted on the 2013 albums. And then there's one that's going to be for the 2023 albums that I'll be reviewing. As well as there'll be a random one as well. And those will be whenever I feel like doing. But I figured I wanted to start with this. And this is the first episode. This is for albums in January. And there could be some months are going to have only 1, some are going to have 5. This one's going to have 5 on it, and as I have my notes over here. So yeah, let's get into this. And these are all going to be not too long of reviews for all these albums. They might be short, sweet. They might be short enough to where, it's not full length. It's just I review these because in the year 2013, I never did any reviews in that year. So I figured this is the perfect time. These albums are celebrating 10-year anniversaries. And I figured, why not? I never got to review anything from 2013. So I figured do a review series specifically for that year. So without that out of the way, let's get into the first album, which is Straight Out of Hell from Helloween. This was released on January 18th of 2013 via The End Records. And if you're not, well, you probably should be, but if you've been living under a rock, get out of that rock. They're one of the founding fathers for the power metal scene from the 80s and stuff. Obviously, everybody knows them for albums like The Walls of Jericho, the Keeper of the Seven Keys albums, even more recently, their self-titled one where they have 3 vocalists. And all of them are former vocalists for them. And I think I might have talked about it, but I never really liked it. Because my first experience with them was this album, Straight Out of Hell. And I'm glad I got back into listening to this album because it is, it's as great as I remember it from 10 years ago. Obviously, there's a mixture of, have here on my notes, a mix of European and US power metal that I even said it's a little bit better than their most recent album, their self-titled album from 2021. I absolutely love this album, songs I like from this, Nabate, freaking fantastic song. World of War is another freaking hell of a song. Live Now is another great one. Wanna Be God and Hold Me in Your Arms, a great ballady track. The title track's even great. Make Fire, Catch the Fly, there's some great tunes on here, and I'm super glad that I went back and listened to this album. I give this a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely going to be whenever I get, put all these albums in there. It might be 30. It'll be a lot, obviously. It might be 20, maybe 30. I don't know. Or 40. I don't know which one it will be. But definitely this one will be up there. Just with all of them. It's freaking... Yes. Next one, we got an EP. This one is Species at War EP by Rotten Sound. This was released the same day as the Helloween album, January 18th, 2013, via Season of Mist. And they are a grindcore band. And one thing I love, and why I kind of low-key like grindcore metal, is that some of them are short, sweet, straight to the point, fast, aggressive, and just in your face. They don't waste time. This is literally 8 minutes and everything. The longest one is under 2 minutes. And I freaking love the album. It's easy. I would have it higher. Maybe I have it at 9. But I'd probably have it higher because I absolutely love this and definitely will more than likely get it. It might even be in my top 20, 30, 40, whichever it is. whichever it is. But yeah, I freaking love the EP. Definitely will be jamming it out, as well as the new one when it comes out. So I'm excited for the new Rotten Sound album, Apocalypse, and I'll be reviewing that as well. But yes, 9 out of 10, probably higher. I might give it a 9.25, maybe a 9.5. I absolutely love this EP a hell of a lot. But yes. Next one we got, this one's an interesting one. Baphometic Chaosium. This is, I believe, the third full length from Lightning Swords of Death. This was released on January 22nd, 2013 via Metal Blade Records. And there is some black metal and some thrash metal. There is probably still... Now, I used to not like this. Aside from one song, Oaken Chrysalis, which I still actually like. But there is some songs on here I actually dug quite a bit. I'm like, wow. It took me 10 years to finally like this album. You know, it's like, you know, it's still, there's some questionable songs on here. There's probably one that I still think is a stinker. But for the most part, this was like an improvement from the last time I listened to it, because I did not like it at all. And it's what happens when you age. You know, you start liking stuff you hated a long time ago. You can give it another chance. And this was one of those I did give another chance, and actually liked a good chunk of the stuff. Still like Oaken Chrysalis. Still like that song for what it is. It's a great song. But, yeah, a lot of other songs I like on here. I like the title track, Acid Gate, Chained to Decay, Early Worm, Epic Cyclarium, and all that stuff. Just a handful of tracks on here that I did actually enjoy off of this. And yeah, it's a really good one. I give it an 8.25 or 8.5, but it's around the 8 out of 10 range. Might pick it up. I don't know. But who knows? I don't. But yeah. I'm glad I gave this album another chance. If you're into those kind of the black and the death and the thrash and stuff like that, you might like this album. And definitely check out all of these albums easily. But yes, next one we got. Oh, this was another one I didn't like a lot. Target Earth from Voivod. This was released the same day, January 22nd, 2013 via Century Media Records. And they're known for this prog metal, proggy thrash and stuff like that. And they have not as bad as I thought it would be, but it's not great. It's a middle of the road. There's some great moments on this that I like. Scalpel Corn, Resistance, Kaleidos, Corpse, Etranger. I don't know how you pronounce that. That's weird word. I've never even pronounced it. But there are some stinkers. There are definitely some stinkers on this album. But for the most part, a middle of the road kind of positive album. And I think this is kind of another one. I give it a 7.75 out of 10. Like I said, there's some great moments, and then there's some not so great moments on this album. But definitely improvement from what I originally thought of this album, you know. And I won't get it. I am thinking of the Jason Newsted ones. I would get those. But this one, I bought it, and it was just like, not for me. And went back and listened to this. I was like, it's still not for me. It's maybe later on down the road. But I'm not really that big of a fan of these guys. And then we come to the final album. It's another EP, Stormcrow EP from the Gates of Slumber. I believe this was the last thing they ever did, I believe. They're not around anymore. And this was released on January 29th, 2013 via Scion AV. And really all this is just, it's doom metal. It's good doom metal. It's good classic traditional doom metal. There's not much I can say about it. It's just your traditional doom metal, pretty much. And yeah, give it an A. I got a few songs: Devil's Grip, Driven Insane, Son of Hades. Those are really great stuff. But it's just doom metal. I give it an 8 or an 8.5 out of 10. It's somewhere around there. It's another 8 out of 10 album again, EP in this case. Yeah, just regular standard doom metal. Nothing bad about doom metal. Nothing bad at traditional doom metal. It's like Black Sabbath, Candlemass, all those other bands. They do it really great. I don't know. That says Gates of Slumber do it great. It's just like, but it's doom metal. Not that it's bad or anything. It's still a good EP. One of the last things they ever did before they end up unfortunately breaking up. But it's a good EP, and I dig it. So yeah, that is episode 1. That's January. That's episode 1 for 2013 for January 2013. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all did, click the like button. Or if you didn't, click the dislike button. Comment below what your thoughts are on these 5 albums. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. So yeah, thank you all for watching. This has been episode 1, January of 2013, for my 2013 review series. I will see y'all later. And as always, keep things metal.